We finally got Joker after a messy 3 hours, and I think that's likely because Nintendo's server room is just a bunch of potatoes with wire sticking out of them. But if you were able to get Joker, let me know in the comment section, and if you were, what do you think so far? Now, I did a video similar to this when Piranha Plant came out, and I think this is going to be a recurring series when new characters drop. So it's not a full breakdown. I do want some more time with Joker, obviously, before we do a full character guide. So it'll likely be next Friday and not this Friday, because I do have a character planned for this Friday. So you can expect that as usual. But these are just my initial findings and some things I think are important to know when starting. So I think Joker is going to be one of the few characters you're going to want to use tap jump with. I mean, personally, I turn tap jump off for most characters, but his gun, his neutral special, you can roll back and forth, you can jump over your opponent, and I think the reach is a little weird if you are not using tap jump, but I think it's going to come down to preference. If you hold the button, he shoots relatively quick, but if you tap it repeatedly, he's going to shoot faster, so keep that in mind. When you're in the air, also, you can do a circle with your joystick, and you can actually do a 360. There we go. You can do this rolling 360 shot, which is pretty cool. So it looks like with his gun, as you get closer, there's more stun, or at least there's a flinch. And I don't think this thing has any KO power, so let's bring K-Rool up pretty far. Like, if he's at 200%, will it actually KO him if we're up close? I mean, it'll knock him back a little bit, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that doesn't have any kill potential, as expected. His grappling hook's a little weird. Obviously, you can't use it on the ground. I've tried to do it from front and behind. It only works if your opponent's up in the air, and I haven't really discovered any combos where you can throw them up and then grab them. Maybe if we bring K-Rool to, let's go to like 80%. You know, something that's going to really get him up there with the up throw. Yeah, so it's a weird angle because Joker isn't throwing his grappling hook straight up. It's on a little bit of an angle. It's like 15 degrees or something. So, I mean, you can get them if you wait for them to come down, but you either have to anticipate where your opponent's going to be, or they're just, you know, maybe there's no combo yet. Maybe if we do a dash back, can we? No. I mean, I have to play with it a little more. You know, by the time we get to the breakdown, I'll be able to hopefully give you some combos with it. That appears to be a pretty good kill option as well as forward air. It looks like at higher percents, you can do a down tilt into an up B. That's assuming they don't DI it, which they likely will, but it seems like the best option for now because it kind of puts the opponent in front of Joker, but enough where he can grab with the grappling hook. But for recovery, it has some pretty long range. Like, that's decently far. Also, he'll get a little bit of a hop in the air when he uses his grappling hook. It has a pretty low cooldown, so you can use it a couple times. So if you're really struggling to get back to the stage, you just up B, up B, up B. Another cool thing about the grappling hook is you can recover from way under the stage, but if you're facing the wrong direction, even though you're really close to it, and you hit up B, you're not going to make it. Now onto his Rebel Guard, you can't hold it infinitely, but you can hold it for like 2.5 seconds, which is a long time, because if you're baiting an attack, or even if you have a projectile coming in from far away, I don't know if it scales depending on damage, but we have a little bit. Let's bring him. Okay, so we brought it back down to 0. Watch this. This is insane. So we're going to have K-Rool do his neutral special. 1 and 2 of these bad boys will bring Arsene out. Look at that. And it looks like Arsene will stay out for about 15 seconds. But when he's out there, you get a really significant damage boost. So if we have K-Rool, let's bring him up to like 70%. An F smash at like 70% can can KO K-Rool at the edge. And obviously that's with no DIs, so somewhere around that. I'm getting some serious Greninja vibes from Joker, and I don't know if that's just because I've been playing Greninja for the last couple days, but his up air is so similar. I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's Sheik and Greninja's up air, and I think it's going to play into his combos because you can do the same thing where you do an up air and you drag your opponent back down, and you might be able to knock them down into a jab lock at high percents. I haven't gotten that far yet, but down throw looks like it combos pretty well at mid percents into his up air. But as for his down air, I really thought this was going to be a spike. And I've tried it multiple times, but it looks like Joker will only spike when he has Arsene out. So let's charge it up. I still think this is crazy that 2 of these will bring him out. Okay, so let's reset. And with Arsene out, whoop, that's not the attack I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it looks like a pretty good spike, but like I said, you have to have Arsene out, otherwise it's not going to spike. I mean, it's not a bad attack overall, but it doesn't have that spike effect unless you have your Persona out. His forward air is this double kick that knocks back with the second kick, but if you can cancel it after the first kick, it has a little bit of a pop where you can kind of slide under, so at low percents, you can do something like that into an up tilt or an up smash. And at higher percentages, let's bring K. Rool up to an 80. I think it combos decently well into an up air, so we'll go cancel into an up air. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but it seems like one of the better options. Nair also looks like it's going to be a pretty good combo starter because it has a pretty big hitbox. I mean, it circles around Joker. Also, you can do a late one in this pretty low base knockback. I don't know if it's going to be true, but, at 80%, you can do stuff like Nair into a dash attack, and I think Nair also combos well into a forward air at low percent, so let's bring him back down. Let's go to like 20. You might be able to Nair fair. Yeah, you could do that. I like Joker's side B, which is his Iha. And I think it's cool as a ledge guard because it comes in at like a weird low angle. So if you knock your opponent off the ledge, you can hit them with the Iha, and then you can follow up with something like a forward air for a kill confirm, or if you have Arsene out, you can do a down air for a spike. Now, as far as general playstyle goes for Joker, the way I think he's going to be played is by being long range, so using your Iha in combination with guns and maneuvering until you have Arsene, or at least until you're close to filling your bar. Now, unlike Cloud, you can't sit on a full bar because it goes up gradually, so even if you're not doing anything and you just wait around, his Persona is eventually going to come out. But if you know that you're an attack away and you want to activate your Persona, start using your Rebel Guard and use it more strategically. Try to bait attacks, and especially against King K. Rool. So let's see, I don't know what his forward smash does in comparison. So that fully charges it. So will it do it? Let's see. That's insane. That is absolutely crazy. I'm sure that it's scaling, so depending on the character that you're fighting. Obviously, King K. Rool has a super powerful F smash, so I'm not surprised that one was able to fill the bar. But if you're playing against someone like Pichu, it might not fill it in one shot. But I don't think Joker, so we have him at 100% right now. I think he might be decently strong, even without Arsene. Yeah, like 100% killing K. Rool at the end of the stage with an F smash not even charged. I think that's pretty good, but obviously it's going to be better when you have your Persona. I also think you can be aggressive with chasing your opponent off the stage because his grappling, not that time, but because his grappling hook will actually reach pretty far. Like, I think that's pretty good. And his air attacks all come out decently fast. They don't have a lot of cooldown, so you can chase your opponents. Obviously, when you have Arsene, you can chase a lot further because that Rebellion Wings, or whatever it's called, is insane. But that's it. I just wanted to do a short video just to talk about some initial things I found with Joker. Obviously, we have a full breakdown coming, so if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And if you are new to the channel, I do character breakdowns every Friday, but I also do loads of other Smash and Nintendo content. But the long-awaited Joker is finally here, and now we can move on to learning how to use him and asking who's going to be next. And let me know in the comment section below, who do you want to be next? And who do you think is going to be next? Be realistic. Obviously, I would love Geno in the game, but I don't think Geno's coming. So I do think someone realistic might be Banjo or Master Chief. But drop yours in the comment section below. You can find me on social media. I stream as well. By the time this video goes up, I will be streaming the next day, which will be Thursday. So if you want to catch that, there's a link below for my Twitch channel. And I'll be playing Joker, doing some more analysis. But thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Later.